Hi Jessica, it's BandedWendy
and Laurentayler87,
and this is my first response video. And I was watching your video before Lauren got here, and when she got here I felt compelled to share your video with her, and now here we are.
We are here.
So the first thing, we talked about the whole video, and I personally think you're going to be a great asset to the community and a really cool vlogger. So I'm excited for you and for me, because we were talking about how we get jazzed up watching.
Yeah, on new people. Yeah.
So very cool. And I first want to say, go and look at our 3 week and 4 week video. I think there's a great deal of information in both of our videos to help you realize and be reminded of that you're not alone.
I know.
Right?
Yeah, it's so, I think we both did it. We go back and look at people, anybody who was in that same week, even if they were way post-op, and see kind of what their weight loss was. So when we heard your struggles at 3 weeks, we wanted to look at what our struggles were at 3 weeks.
Absolutely. That's exactly what we did. So we took notes. I took notes. Like, we paid attention. Oh, here comes Devin. He's a shining star.
Always in a video. Okay, go ahead, baby. Go ahead.
So, talking about your eating, how you were talking about the protein bar, the yogurt, even the deli meats and the peaches. And I went and got, I pulled out my food sheet, and then when we watched our videos, we talked about our food. And Lauren's going to tell you what we think about that.
At that time, we were definitely eating a lot of still kind of on the pureed type foods. And egg whites, tuna salad, egg salad, lots of really easy things to go down.
Cottage cheese.
Yeah, definitely cottage cheese. I loved that. And not a lot of it at all, but things like with the protein bar for breakfast and stuff, I think that
combined with yogurt. It was about the processed part of it.
Yeah, the processed foods, you know, I don't think they go down easy at all, even now with the band. Processed food, more whole foods would be a better choice. If you're going to be eating lunch or meat for lunch, maybe if you can shred up some chicken and maybe put salsa or tuna salad, anything more pureed and whole, natural.
And not even pureed, more like soft, mushy.
Yeah.
Because deli meat as a whole, we were both talking about this.
Still have a problem.
It's tough. It's dry at the end of the day, and you've got to chew it up really, really finely. And you're saying that it's a struggle to eat it. It's because of the texture of the meat, and eventually it's going to make you PB.
Yeah. Probably
because it's going to get stuck. So do a tuna salad, like Lauren said, or a chicken salad, or an egg salad, so you still get the protein. And you know what? Use a tablespoon of real mayonnaise, because you're trying to increase your calories. I remember doing that. I used the olive oil mayo, 1 tablespoon, or 1 full tablespoon, because I wasn't eating that many calories.
Yeah.
Right? So, and if you're going to eat, food, then, a fish that you can put some type of sauce on, or like Lauren said, the chicken with the salsa.
Salsa and
something to help it move.
Yeah. I still do that. I have to dip things or use condiments for it, ketchup and stuff like that.
And you mentioned about it being a small meal. That is the name of this game. You might feel like struggling after more than 2 bites for whatever reason, or 3 bites or whatever. You're still swollen at 3 weeks. You're just starting to unswell.
You're still healing.
You're still healing. So you might have to take a couple bites and stop, and spread out. Take a bite, put the fork down, or eat a bite of the deli meat and put it down and walk away and go do something.
That totally reminds me. I remember you having a problem like that with, I guess, eating. It was some issue with eating foods faster, and I remember telling you my doctor said wait 5 minutes between each bite, and they still say that 5 minutes between each bite, and that not only makes you eat less because you realize you're full. It takes a little bit longer to realize you're full than once you're eating it. So that is definitely a good idea. Take time in between your bites.
exercise, both of us were, I was cleared about this time to start doing exercise. You were cleared about a week earlier than I, and your body is going into shock. Like, when was the last time you exercised 5 days in a row?
Exactly.
So it could be that muscle fat thing. Lauren doesn't think so. She thinks it's more just the shock, right?
Well, and that your body retains water when you start working out. So it might not be the muscle weighs more, but your body, it's 1 week is our thing. You know, next week we'll see how you do 2-3 weeks at a time or whatever, but 1 week of maintaining, that's hallelujah. I'm maintaining, I'm not gaining. Yeah. So you're fine. Don't worry.
Yes, exactly.
All of us do it still now, you know, and we have pills. So.
The water thing, you talked about the water thing. For me, told Lauren that I honestly was not really drinking 64 ounces of water a day. No way, until about 3 weeks ago, and I'm 45 weeks post-op.
And now we do every day.
Yeah, and now we're like accountability partners on drinking the water, and it makes all the difference.
It really does.
So I'm an iced tea person. They say not to drink caffeine. Some doctors say no caffeine. My doctor drinks caffeine. Yeah. But Lauren was, you know,
not supposed to have caffeine, but I do.
But in what we both heard, if you drink water that includes caffeine, that doesn't count.
No.
As water.
And you should probably be drinking more water if you are drinking that.
Because it dehydrates you.
Yeah.
Caffeine dehydrates you. So something to think about. Grab a large 33.8 ounce bottle of Smart Water and drink that. And in between that's when you have those teas or the Kool-Aid. They're like an extra treat.
Exactly, as like a reward. Drink your water, and once you finish at least half day's worth of water, then okay, I'm going to have something with a good taste to it. And then go back into drinking your water for the rest of the day, and then maybe you get another one at the end of the night or something.
Not seeing the scale drop, we kind of touched base on it, but I want to say that is the power of the band. When you start to realize that what you were like pre-op and what your life was like before when you had a small loss, you probably wouldn't have had a small loss before. It would have been a gain.
And as soon as you saw that, then you just turned around and you gave up and said, oh, I'll try again next year. But you're fine, you know?
Right. You're going to have weeks where you stay the same, where you drop, where you maintain. And when you realize that there really truly is a power in the band, that's what you're having. And when you realize that power, then the next week you drop. And maybe the next week you might gain. And then the next week you drop again. And then maybe drop again. Then maybe you'll maintain.
Yeah.
But as the time progresses, as Lauren pointed out, it all adds up.
Yeah.
Right?
Because I was struggling. If you watch my 4-week video, I didn't make one on my 3rd week because after I went back to eating solid foods from, you know, after post-op, I gained weight. I was down 30, went to 25, so I was all depressed and didn't make a video or whatever, and then as soon as I, you know, went back to the gym, that fire was back, and maybe this is what's going to get that fire lit under you, is seeing that you just, you know, had a little bit of a loss, and maybe it'll be there next week.
Yes, exactly. Calories, pretty much between the both of us, we were eating 800 to 1,200 calories at that time. Again, that's why I was okay with the mayonnaise, and in the egg salad and the tuna salad and the chicken salad. And I just remembered also that when I bought my cottage cheese, I wasn't buying the fat-free cottage cheese. I was buying the full 2% or 4% cottage cheese because I wasn't eating that many calories. So for a little amount of food, I could up my calories and get my protein.
Yeah.